Hey, this your girl, Roslynb. You know me. I have a great, awesome show for you all today. Today my topic is called cheating. And this is for people that have been cheated on and people that have cheated themselves. So we just want to get different perspectives. There's no wrong answer. We're not here to bash anyone. We just talking as adults with an open mind. So today, my guest, introduce yourself, Nicole.
I'm Nicole Jackson. I'm my own boss.
She's self-employed. She's got several businesses. Then we got the handsome Mr. Sterling. Y'all probably remember him from The Quiet Storm. 94.5 with that deep voice. Some ladies calling. Okay, I'll be quiet. Go ahead. Introduce yourself.
Sterling Stevenson here in Orlando, Florida. Voice professional. And a couple of other entities as well. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule. Then we got the lovely actress slash model slash what else? Jasmine Baker. Introduce yourself, Jasmine.
Yes, my name is Jasmine Baker, and I'm an actress, model, and entrepreneur. I started my own cosmetic line as well. So,
okay, y'all, we're going to get the information at the end so we get some cosmetics.
Yeah.
Okay. Then we got Mr. OG, Mr. Kenneth Rivers right here.
Hi, my name is Kenneth Rivers, and I currently work with Dr. Fo's Performing Arts Center, and I come from a music background, of course.
There you go. And when you say music background,
well, that means I worked with a lot of upcoming stars from yesteryear. Okay, that was upcoming back in the day, like you know.
Okay, so there you have it. This is my guest today. So let's get started. Remember, I said it's not a bashing session. I'm not singling anyone out. The questions that I'm asking does not pertain to anyone here. It's just questions that I'm just asking from off top of my head. And their answers are going to be in their own perspective to give people a different way to look at what is really, what do you really consider cheating? You know, I want people to we could clear up some misconceptions, some stigmas, because we have to ask ourselves, what is considered cheating? Because a lot of people get in relationships and they don't get an understanding. And a lot of relationships start out with two people. One may have been cheating when they met you, and then y'all got in a relationship together. So now you're expecting certain boundaries, but you haven't spoken them. So then when you catch the guy cheating or the woman cheating, then the first thing you say, you're a cheater, you're a cheater. But if we never had that conversation that we were going to be exclusive, you know, and then a lot of people say, well, you know what I was doing when we met. We was creeping. we was cheating on our people when we got together. Oh, but I just assumed that when we got together it was gonna. No, you can't assume.
Right.
So give me your feedback on that. Or let me ask a specific question. Yeah. So when two people come together and they have a relationship and they bring other people into their bedroom, like swinging and threesomes, do y'all consider that cheating?
Well, honestly, when you go into a relationship, first off, if you don't even understand what you're in, then you're not going to know what you're getting into. Okay. So first off, you need to establish, am I in a relationship or am I in a relation understanding? Am I understanding what we actually have? So, I mean, I don't really think it could be considered cheating, but at some point, you need to understand your position in that relationship or that understanding ship.
So would you feel like if a person that you're in a relationship with and you love and they ask you to bring someone else in the bedroom, they ask you to, let's have an open relationship or let's do threesomes, do you think that makes good for a relationship? Or
if you're clear on an open relationship and you guys have set what an open relationship is according to you and him, then I feel that it's all fair game.
Okay. I think to build off what you're saying, I think that's a great point. Mm-hmm. If you have those boundaries and parameters set in place,
correct,
and anything out of bounds is out of bounds,
there you go.
Then you get into an element of cheating. If two individuals agree, but let's say we're in an open relationship, but it's about the physical only,
right?
But I give someone else emotional attachment. Okay. Maybe that introduces an element of cheating. I think it's a case-by-case scenario, and it all depends. It's all subjective.
Yeah.
I like
Great
that.
point.
There's many barometers when it comes to cheating, because me being raised as a Catholic, if you're married in a relationship, anything outside of that is taboo. Even if you married, you separate, you're still married. Mm-hmm. That means that you shouldn't be dealing with anybody. Mm. But because of the emotional and the physical aspect, of course, people are going to have to, they're going to migrate towards somebody. Mm-hmm. Somebody's going to come to be their rescue. And, let me help you understand what's happening or whatever, before you know it, they're in it. And, is that considered really cheating? I mean, people look at it and say, well, yeah, because, it's biblical. But, in today's world, man, we got crazy stuff going on all across the board. You know what I mean? So,
I also think that cheating, that's a great point. I think that cheating is really a cultural interpretation. I've heard of some religions, even Christianity, that will say that once you're married, unless you are beating or cheating or involved in sexual encounters with someone else, those are the only justifiable means for divorce. Yeah. So that means if you divorce him or her because of finance or attention, then if you divorce them, you live the rest of your life as a cheater. Mm-hmm. So is that realistic in today's society?
No.
I'll go one step further.
And to piggyback off what you just said, when I was going through my divorce, this was said to me. So you're saying exactly what was said to me. But the reason why they said I shouldn't feel bad for the divorce that I went through was because of the domestic violence part, where I was being, he was being abusive to me and cheating. So they said, well, you have you have a past. And I'm like, I got a pass. But then when I read it in the Bible, I was like, ooh. You know what I'm saying? So just like you said. But like you said, today's society, people are divorcing. Well, we don't get along no more. We outgrew each other. Finances. I don't like the way they look at me. I don't like how they spelled anymore. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's all kind of unreconcilable differences. And that could be a whole category of stuff. So, what do you have to say, Miss Jackson?
Well, this topic, I think I've been married going on 14 years actually, but separated about 3 years now. He cheated. I left. That's a deal breaker for me. I can't. It's for me, if I know you touch someone else the same way you was with them, the same way you were with me, I just don't want you anymore. So to me, that's good.
I'm not justifying what he did, and for that, I'm sorry. But is it something you can forgive?
I did. And what happened, I did forgive him after he was honest about it, because it took maybe 2 years for him to even be honest about it. So it took me a minute to even be in his face, because it's like, I knew you did this and you still want to lie to me just to save face.
So eventually it wasn't even the cheating, it was the deceit that went with it.
It was deceit and the breaking that bond, that trust.
Now, from a man's perspective and point of view, complete transparency. Fellas, I'm not going to give up man code. Men are the physical hunters. And let's just say, now I'm going to divorce you real quick.
Okay, yeah.
We're married. No problem. We're married. So I see XYZ walk by. In my mind, I just did 4 or 5 different things to her physically.
Absolutely.
But I know where my heart, spirit, and soul resides. And guess what? Later, I might think about her, but I'm going to exercise it with you. You might even say, did you see XYZ when she walked by today? I did. But the physical part of it, a man's physical fulfillment only goes to that moment. The spiritual bond, men do have true feelings and an undying desire for that intimacy the older we get with that special someone. And the older we get, we do settle down in that I can't live without you and you alone. Yeah, I might look back and say, man, she finding a frog here.
Right.
But my eye of love looks at you. Just the way I see it.
The way you see it, okay. Well, but let me say this real quick. Cheating to me, I was in a relationship. Guy asked me to marry him. Everything. I had a ring on. We had got engaged and everything. And I caught him cheating. And I pawned the ring. I think I told you the
Yes,
story.
you
Sold, pawned that ring, quit, and I was out of there. And people were like, y'all was together for 5 years. Y'all looked so good. You know, he just messed up one time. I'm going to tell you what it was for me. Because when a person cheat, they're also a liar.
Correct. I found that to be true.
And the reason why I say that, because you lied to me about where you was going. You thought that thing through. You made plans with her. Y'all had a spot picked out where y'all met up. So to me, you was also deceitful.
Correct.
Think about all the small details.
Right.
And I think that's why it's so hard for us to
Forgive.
I'm gonna say forgive, but just to even get back with them, because we think about all those details. Like you heard me say, I'm thinking about how you were with me, where you were like that with her.
And you know the main thing that women do. One second. The main thing that women do, and I want you guys to clear this up. Women always say, "What does she look like?" They want to know what she looked like. This is if the guy has cheated. Now I don't know how it is with the guys, but when the guy has cheated. You want to, most women that I've talked to, I seen her and she ain't even this and she ain't even that. She don't even look like this or she don't even, and it's like, but you're off focus.
Right.
You worried about the wrong thing. You're worried about how this woman looks, how she's living, what she's got different than you. But you need to be finding out from your man
what it is.
What is it? Why did he cheat? Why did he straight or whatever? Don't worry about who she, and you got women like that. They want to go fight another woman. Yeah. They want to, bash her. Why you bashing her? Because your man mess with her.
They do.
You know?
Another thing I realized too is that a lot of cheaters, it stems way back to their family, their upbringing, what their mother, what their fathers did. Okay? And that carries on for them.
For some.
For some, but I'm saying a lot of them actually. You know, they might be, subtle with it or, whatever, but
at the end of the day,
it still carries on. Yeah,
it's your decision.
Go ahead.
And the other thing I was saying is that men believe, like today, okay, we live in a society where everybody's looking beautiful, everybody's trying to get, makeup, this hair, put the shirts and everything on. And men, when I'm working, I worked in the music industry, and that was just random. Everybody did everything. Wife, this stuff, this stuff, And today, where I'm working at even today, people married, got kids, supposed to be happy. They bring their pictures in, they bring their kids in, the husband comes to the functions and everything. But then they got somebody else they're still seeing. You see what I mean? So that, and if you consider that to them cheating, no, I just need somebody like it. I just went for it.
So why would a happily married man cheat?
Well, the question is, that's a good question.
Yeah.
The question is, we live in a society where you got to get what you want. You see? And that's what goes with a lot of people. They feel like, hey, I see it, I want it, and I'm still married, but I'm going to get some of that. And then they get it now. Okay, I'm done, but I got it.
Our society.
Some of them get it and get stuck. Go ahead.
There you go.
Our society has become so hypersexualized.
Yes.
The thing of it is, you think if and I know this is completely unrealistic, take someone who maybe passed away in the 1970s or 80s, bring them back to life in 2022, and they will look around and say, what
is going on?
Is this? Think about it. People will think about sex before they will commitment, relationship, or even the next day. That's just the society we live in.
And sex sells in our society. Back in the days, women was covered, hidden, they had on all the, now.
But now, think about it. If a girl goes to high school dressed like that, she'll be picked at.
Right.
They'll call her granny.
They'll call her granny.
You like granny like a nerd.
The rags you wearing.
Where are you on those clothes? Right. They got on halter tops because my grandmother wouldn't let me dress like that.
Correct.
And our media doesn't help out either. You turn your TV on, it's all over TV. And our songs, our music, it's all out there. And all young people thrive on all this stuff, seeing all this stuff on TV.
So what are we saying? Are we saying that today is because of all of the TV and how kids treat you, and is that the reason for cheating?
Well, stuff is the reason, because I asked my husband, and the answer I got was he wasn't getting it how he wanted, as much as he wanted, because I was sick. I had just had surgery. Dealing with my fibroids, the endometriosis, so I'm in pain, and you worrying about, like
that's just downright so.
I would say, right?
I mean,
absolutely.
if the rule books when you're dating is about this big. When you're engaged, the rule book is this big.
But when you're married,
When you get married, your table of contents, your table of
Wow.
contents
It changes. Correct.
But the thing of it is, if he did that to you while you were dating, may be forgivable. But when you're married, nah.
and that's why it's been so.
In the years.
That's why.
Are you
it's
dating
past
now,
forgiving.
Jasmine?
I was.
Okay. How
But
does,
what you
did
said
your marriage
earlier-
scar you?
I won't say it scarred me because I don't look at every man as a cheater.
There you go.
I don't look at every man as a woman beater.
There you go.
He put his hands on me. I don't look at every man like that. But I will question why you're in my face. What is your reasons for wanting to be in my space? You know, because even when I started dating while I was separated, I realized God's not going to bless anything that I have going on while I'm still legally married.
Right.
And I noticed those relationships, they was just nothing.
Going down.
Yeah. Nothing good was coming up out of it.
And I want to applaud you for what you said earlier, because you say he cheated on you one time, and that was it for you. My situation totally different. I was married for 20 years, and I stayed because I always.
Hold on. Your husband cheated on you one time?
No, he didn't. I found out about it.
Oh.
Well, he's cheated.
Oh, so he's cheated a couple more times.
More
Okay.
than
I
one
thought it was
time,
just
but I
one time.
confronted him.
That was
one
me who
time.
let the guy cheat. That I
Oh, one
caught
time. Okay.
I confronted him one time. I let a case build up.
Oh, okay.
Because,
Yeah.
You know, because
Okay.
well, I'm going to say
Okay.
the reason
You
why.
went fed.
I went back.
Yeah, there you go.
Because, you know, we get that feeling,
Uh-huh.
oh, he's doing something. Like,
Mm.
he
But you
started,
just can't put
he
your-
was
but you
getting
couldn't put a finger on
distant.
it.
He was getting distant. He was starting arguments with me.
For nothing.
I'm coming from work.
Oh, wow.
And it's just, you know, I'm
That's
on
how
the
they
phone
do
with
it.
him,
So-
encouraging him, you know, you're going to do this and that. You're going
Right.
to find a job. You're going to do, and I'm at work. And that's another reason why he said he cheated, because he wasn't working. He wasn't feeling like a man.
Uh-huh.
That was...
Okay.
So-
Anyway.
Wait. If I can build on that,
Mm-hmm.
and I can understand how you would dismiss that,
Mm.
but contrary to what a lot of women believe, male ego is very fragile. As soon as you feel like I'm not contributing, I'm not supporting, I'm not providing as I should be,
So I'm going to go out here and just stick it in somebody else?
it's not about that physical.
It's
It's about,
the-
it's okay, so
Say it.
so now we're still married.
Okay.
I see you walk by. So it's just that fulfillment, it's not the physical, it's secondary.
Correct.
But you see love and can appreciate how I make you feel as a man.
Because I don't know the real you.
Exactly.
Because I don't know at that moment that
Well,
you're...
Well, you,
I
it's not that you don't know the
because I was
real him.
encouraging him.
It's just that
Bring it,
you
Sterling.
you see me as the man, and I can make you feel things you never felt before.
And you're not putting him
And I'm
down.
not putting him down.
You're not
And that's
bashing
right.
him.
But see, that's the
There
thing.
you go.
I wasn't doing that. I wasn't bashing him. I'm not doing none of that.
I don't think it was about the bad. It wasn't you.
It
That was
him.
an internal
It was in
struggle.
him.
And what people don't understand, there's three struggles. Man versus man, which is a simple altercation. Man versus nature, when he realizes he's got to get out of the elements.
Right.
And then there's man versus man, what's inside.
Oh, wow.
You can't get away from that one.
Wow.
So his because I was working, I was the breadwinner.
It wasn't you. It was because you were the breadwinner.
It was him all
But
the
it
time.
wasn't you. It
His
was that
ego.
internal struggle.
Mm. Wow.
What you was saying, Miss Jackson?
No, but like I was saying,
That was an eye opener.
because that was an eye opener right there.
But I knew where he was coming
But
from.
you
That's
knew,
why I said,
yeah.
bring it, sir. Bring it.
Right, because it came out.
Yeah.
But I was one of the ones that actually stayed. For whatever reason, I really can't tell you why I stayed, but I was cheated on multiple times. And it's not that. He even lied about it. He would tell me. You know, once I found out, yes, I did do that. Or I've caught him at the women's houses. I pulled up. I mean, all the evidence was there. 3 babies on me, and I still stayed. Somebody asked me, what in the hell are you doing, Nicole? You are better than this. I mean, I don't get it. So I don't understand why, as a woman, that we stay, but it was cheating, basically.
Because your feelings. When you still in love, when they say love hides a multitude of sins and
They
stuff.
say love and eyes can't see, but I can't even say I was in love, though, Roz.
And that now because you're thinking with a clear head.
Correct.
But if we go back and catch you in that moment while you still going through
Right.
it, you're not gonna understand what I'm saying to you. If I say, "Girl, you better than that. Get out of it." You hear what I'm saying, but you wrapped up with those feelings.
Right.
And I used to tell an ex of mine, when my feelings over you,
it's done.
It's done.
And that's what I want to reiterate on. Like, as a woman, like you had asked her, does it block her from moving on to her previous or current relationship? Well, I put a wall up. So there was a lot of things I don't tolerate. It's like with me, you got one shot and it's a no-go.
Because of what you
Because of what I've been through. But I can't hold the next person accountable.
You can't. Because there's still some good men out there.
Because it's great men out there.
Right.
It is. It's just I've learned that person is not this guy. You know what I mean? And me and my ex, we're divorced. I filed for divorce. We're great friends because we still co-parent. But it's just the whole, I was hurt so bad because it was done to me so many times.
And do you think you held on because of your son?
In the beginning, I think I did because the situation with me and him, I was the breadwinner. So it wasn't like I needed him financially, and I know it's sad to say it that way, but it was more of a, okay, we have this newborn, premature baby. I just don't want to be stuck by myself. Right. So I allowed things to go on. Him and the girl had an apartment across the street from where we live. Literally, you know, like this was like crazy. So, and I tolerated it because I knew. But at that, I started losing feelings for this guy. Yes, go ahead, Sterling. I know it's coming, and I'm gonna let you give it to me too. He totally turned sideways, so I know it's coming, Sterling.
Y'all finna break up.
We're gonna break up now. Yeah. You're no longer married to him again. He's coming back over here to really break up with me. But with that being said, it taught me a lot of things in life, and it made me grow up and realize that you're not the reason. For whatever a man cheats, that's his own interpersonal reasons. Or a woman, it's their inner self. So once I realized that, I'm good to move on now.
You know what? I have a question for everybody.
If
you want multiple partners, or you just want to live your life and be free, and you find this person handsome, this dude fine, this one whatever, you want to date different guys and stuff, or date different women or whatever. Don't be in a relationship.
Right. That part.
Because it's so free.
That part.
Or, I got a better one. Find the right relationship, because there might be someone who will be able to say, you know what?
I can relate to that.
I can relate to
Absolutely.
it. And maybe afterwards we can exchange stories.
There you go.
There you go.
I worked with a guy. Wow. He and his wife had an open relationship. To the point, and she was an exotic dancer. Okay. So her clientele was seemingly unlimited.
Alright. We know.
And he was okay with it.
He was okay with it until someone who was younger, with more money, and different abilities, and a different race came along.
But okay, my thing with that, if I was a guy, I don't think I would have got involved in it seriously, because with strippers, it's always about the ones with the most money.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, so that was like kind of, it kind of expect, like you kind of set yourself up for that one.
But they catch feelings.
Well, hold on. Let me tell y'all this story.
What?
Let me tell you this real quick. So a friend of mine was involved with a lady, and the lady had asked him about having a open relationship, and they had the conversation. Say today, Monday. They had this conversation Monday. So Wednesday, she went in and, did to do with somebody else. So he was like, what? What the heck? What's going on? But like he said, he couldn't get mad because he had just agreed to it. But he said when he agreed to it, he didn't think she was finna move that fast.
Excuse me?
Here's what I live by. What? I'd rather know than to find out.
Thank you. Right. That's all I say.
So here's the thing. Okay. She may have set the alley to say, all right, Tom, Mary, I'm going to ask James about this. I don't know how he's going to react. Okay. But how we move forward is predicated solely upon him. You go back and talk to Tom. Tom, we need to have an open relationship, baby. Blah, 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 blah. All right, baby, cool. Here are the rules, here are the guidelines. All right, James, here's what we can do. Lights, camera, action. Wednesday.
Here you go.
So now, she set the alley Monday, but she threw it down Wednesday. That was already in motion. What we don't understand, even about this whole thing of women's intuition, fellas, number one, is real, because I think that women outthink men.
We do.
Women pay attention to more intricate details.
Very detailed.
Yes.
By the time she thinks, or I'm sorry, by the time as a man you think she might know, she already went fed.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So by the time she says those words, baby, we need to talk. Look, play like you're on the first 48. You're at the table. You got the coke in there and the cigarette. Just tell the truth. Because she already knows.
She already knows. We already know.
And again, once you find out, you know, now you got a choice to make.
Correct.
You got a choice to make.
Right.
But if you were transparent to say, look, I messed up. This is what it is. A mistake is a mistake, be it big or small. If you forgive me, this is what it is.
Right. And I always say, I'd rather know.
Well, let me ask y'all a question. So everybody give me your input on this. So I had someone to give me a call, and they said they was texting with their husband, and the text message they was talking about, this is the text message. So he said, oh, that video had me laughing. She said, okay, it was funny. He texts, I love you more. Good night. She texts, question mark, question mark. He texts back and says, oh, I misread your text.
You sent a text message to the wrong person. That's what that was. Baby, don't play with me.
Now, again, it wasn't the physical. And ladies, let me pose this question to the three of you.
But you gotta answer that one.
Yeah, please.
Okay, he messed up.
Okay.
Dumb move.
I'll take that.
That was a dumb player move.
I'll take that.
Let's just talk in the world of reality.
Right.
You don't leave any receipts. Text messages, emails, TikToks, Facebooks. Those are all receipts. He left a receipt.
That's what I said.
Now you put her in a position to make a choice.
Because now she know you doing
Now she
something.
can ask all kind of questions. Who
He's gonna get those words that
It's coming.
every man does not want to hear. Baby, we need to
Talk.
Yeah.
So
Those are my
now-
favorite words.
Don't say that.
Favorite words,
No, don't
honey.
tell nobody those your favorite words. She ain't mean that, y'all.
Wait.
She just joking.
Not now, though. Kidding, but when I was married, yeah. But not now.
So that's what I said. I wanted to see if y'all thought the same way I said, because I told her, I said, well, it sounds like he was texting you and somebody else at the same time, but you know.
A wise woman just will sit back and watch. At this juncture, he just put ammunition in her gun. And eventually she's gonna shoot her.
You better know it.
Yeah.
You better know it.
Because listen,
'Cause she ain't gonna
we
do it.
learn. I bet, like with my husband, before, like when we were younger, when we first had got married, and he was coming back to me that he was just all out there in the streets, you know, and I go to him, oh, why you you ain't got no proof, you got
Oh.
his favorite, you don't have no proof, you have no
Yeah,
proof. You have no proof.
That's they favorite one up there.
Okay. Just hold on.
Wait a minute.
You know, I was in a marriage with this
You was finished?
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was in a marriage with this young lady. I was in love with her. I married her. She had 2 kids. Okay. One of them was actually a baby, actually. He was only like 6 months old. But she had been dragged over the coals with all these different guys. And I met her, and, you know, we kind of became friends. And I said, hey, you know, why don't we try something different? Like, why don't we start off new? You're not going to worry about me running around, all this other stuff. And, you know, so we got married.
Okay.
About a year later, things started happening. See, she started going bowling with her sisters. Okay, and you know, I'm home watching the kids. You know, after I got home from work, and every other day they go bowling.
That sounds like baby.
So,
It was bowling back. Bowling back then.
Bowling, a lot of bowling
What is called now?
Come on here.
Set it up to be knocked down.
so me being naive and stupid, dumb at the time.
Not being
No.
I didn't want to accept that anything was
Right.
going on because I really cared about her. And how I caught on was one night she was going bowling and she got all dressed up with high heels and
To bowl?
to go to the bowling lane.
Oh,
And
my.
drove down to the bowling alley and her sisters were there and they were like, "Oh, she just stepped out and went across the street to the store. She'll be back shortly." I said, "Okay, I'll just wait till she gets back." Well, the whole night went by, they bowled and everything, and she never came back. So anyway, I was all mad and everything. Cause I said, "Where the heck is she at?" I'm driving home, and what happened? I bought this brand new coat, right? And there was only like one of a kind. I never seen a coat like that. It was so nice. And I was driving home, and there's a street, Myrtle Avenue, where I live. I never go down that street.
Wow.
This one night, something told me turn down the street.
That intuition, I'm telling you.
I'm driving down the street, and there was a car, and it stopped in the middle of the street. And I'm behind him. Come on, man.
Like, move.
And as the light shined through the window, that coat. I was like, what the frick?
Oh, she had your coat on.
She had her coat that I bought her.
Oh, that you bought her.
Right.
Okay.
And so
Okay.
anyway, they stand there. So I get out the car. And there she is. I knocked on the window. What's going on? She's actually hugging the guy when I got to the window. And I said, what's going on? She's like, oh, he just gave me a ride home from the bowling alley. I was giving him a hug and line because
You sure?
So-
What time going
So yeah. So from that point on, it was really crazy from that point.
Did you stay with her?
No, actually, I didn't stay with her. What happened was, we went to
Did
the
you get
state.
aggressive?
No, I got mad, but
Did you shake
I
rattle-
we had
did
two
you shake
kids
rattle
in
the
the
road?
house and everything. But what happened was, she did it a few other times after that.
Oh.
She was just a parent. So this one night, how it came to a head, she came home and I was asking her where she was at. And she gave me this blah, blah, blah. What's the matter with you? You have any question to me? You don't trust me? And anything. So what happened is I got mad and I pushed her because she was just getting right in my face. I said, get away from me. And she fell back and hit her head on the bed, right? And I thought she was dead. She was laying on the floor. So I didn't know. I said, oh my God, what am I going to do? So I jumped. I just ran out the house, got my car,
Oh, wow.
pulled off. Just drove around all night. Then in the morning came and said, I got to go to work. So I went to my office and I was sitting there. I said, I know the cops are going to come to get me.
Yeah, because you left her for dead.
Yeah. So what happened was the cops never showed up. And I said, well,
So she was all right.
yeah, she just had a concussion.
Okay.
So anyway, I called her mother. And her mother said, yeah, well, we found out the lady upstairs heard the argument and she came down and checked on her and all that stuff. So I said, well, I'm out of the relationship now. I'm not going to go back anymore. And I said, I know she's going to have me locked up for, all this other stuff. And the mother said, no, she's not going to have you locked up. And she said, I had a talk with her. She's not going to do anything to you. She said, because what was going on, the whole family knew.
Oh.
For years that this was going on.
You just didn't know.
I didn't know.
Right.
And so she said, so.
So, sometimes people get into relationships and they feel like they can change people. So, like the beginning, what we said, we have to make sure that everybody's on the same page, and we have agreement as to what we're doing here. And sometimes you have to know what you're dealing with. And sometimes, as women being emotional creatures, sometimes we get in relationships, and guys too. I'm sure y'all have heard that saver and a woman trying to save a man, and the man trying to save a woman. You know what I'm saying? And to me, those are very toxic relationships. Sometimes.
I would say it's a pseudo relationship.
Really?
It's a pseudo relationship.
Break it.
You're getting the benefits without the foundation. It's purely pseudo. It's like building a house on sand.
I'm saying.
It looks good,
Right.
but guess what? It's gonna crumble.
It's going to crumble.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to
Wow.
So here's a question for you: who cheats more, men or women?
They say women.
I can wholeheartedly agree.
I'm going to say women.
Men and women cheat different,
Very
and
much
for
so.
different reasons.
Right.
Women cheat for typically emotional reasons or even financial reasons. A man cheats for physical reasons or to feed the ego. If you feed that ego, you're gonna starve love.
So I know we like, So I know our audience, I know they gonna be like, That's why I said.
I agree with you there. So I have a friend of mine, she was a model. She was on the cover of Ebony magazine and everything. And we met through the music industry, but she was one of these people like, she never said she would never ever cheat on her man. Never. And what happened was, she met one of those big executives and had the private jet and all that stuff. And he kept going after. Look, I got a man, I'm not interested, blah, blah, blah. He said, I just want to take you out for one meal. So she said, maybe I'll just go up with this guy one time, get him off my back. And he took him on the private jet, flew to Spain. Laying right
Like Sterling said,
financial. There it is, right there, financial.
And they had nice dinner, and he flew back and everything. And then he called her about a week later and said, wow, you were so fine. I would just like to get with you one time. And she said, no, I don't do that. I don't do it. That's not me. He said, what about $50,000? Will that change your mind?
Funny.
And she
So
said
she cheated.
For $50.
she said she had to think about her bills and all the stuff she had outstanding.
What about your moral?
Yeah, but she said like for one night she said, you know, her boyfriend would never find out about it.
Oh.
And you know, that's what she did. She did it. You know,
did.
And she probably continued to.
No,
And
she
she
never, no, she
continued.
did. No, she didn't continue. That was it.
That you know of.
That you told you.
Thank
you.
Because you got to think 50,000 cleared up this amount of bills.
Yeah,
Okay, I have to go
imagine
back
another
and get 50,000 more.
Thank you.
50,000 more.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
You know what I'm saying? But let me tell you something. Go ahead.
That reminds me of the movie Indecent Proposal.
Oh, that's what I was just going to say.
Oh, yeah.
I was just
That
going to
is my
say that.
movie. Jimmy Moore. Oh my God.
So, ladies, I know you're the moderator, if I may.
Go ahead.
I know you won't admit it, you probably won't. But how many of you would turn down $1 million for one night with me?
To be honest, I can't say that I would or I wouldn't. Because you don't know and I'm gonna say this. It probably depends on what headspace I'm in when it's offered to me, what my situation is, or how I'm living. You know, if they catch me in a moment where, you know, I'm vulnerable, broke, or need, or you know what I'm saying?
So, same question to you.
To be honest with you, I can't really say yes or no because
Because you're being honest.
with me,
$1 million?
the person that I am, true enough, yes,
I can
it's
get
$1
my
million.
grandkids, my great grand.
You also want to consider. I have morals, but it also depends on, like she said, and reiterate, where I'm at that moment. It all depends on my situation.
So, same question to you.
Oh, I can offer $20,000 and I turn it down.
That ain't no money.
That
He
ain't
said $1
no
million.
But $1 million.
$1 million. That's a money.
No judgment.
That could change your whole life,
No
your
judgment.
kids' life, your
I don't know.
grandkids'
I'm a
life.
thinker, and I think about like, okay, well, how would I feel? I think about all the other stuff, like how would I feel? You know, the next day I'm looking in the mirror. I don't know.
Can I say
I
this?
can't answer.
When that movie first came out, I was the first person to say, heck no, I wouldn't dare do blase, blah, blah, blah. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do. And when women a little bit older to be like, girl, I would have got that money. And some women my age. But at that time, I was like, nah, that's nasty. You know, you don't know this person. They touching on you. They feeling on you and this, that, and the other. I still think like that. But now, $1 million, you got to think. Like,
That's
You-
a lot of money.
Now you're talking realistic.
Yeah, there you go.
Ladies, no disrespect. But of the three of you, I got to respect your answer the most.
Right.
Because you thought about it. And realistically, more of you said, I'm going to do it, as opposed to, I can't say yes or no. No disrespect.
but no,
if-
that's what I said. When I was younger, that's how I was. I was bashing like, no.
If I pull this, not even a briefcase, full-fledged suitcase, hey, Ross, this $1 million is yours for one night. Can you wholeheartedly say 100% yes or
I
no?
can't, to be honest.
And-
Because this is the person that I am. I'm not gonna say what I feel you want to hear, you want to hear, you want to hear.
Right.
I'm not that person.
Right.
I used to be that person,
No, I'm not.
but I wasn't being true to myself. I'm not gonna be that person that say one thing and then live another way. I'm not gonna do that, and I'm not bashing nobody. I'm just saying.
Right, no
this.
judgment.
You know
Now-
what I'm saying?
At all.
So now, back then when I said that, because there's a lot of stuff that I used to wouldn't do and wouldn't say, I would hold it in, and I hurt. You know what I'm saying?
Ask me if I'll do it.
Would you
You
do
know I'm going to do it. $1 million.
$1 million?
Oprah
And they,
calls me
but you know,
But
they
you-
use
but-
protection,
I'm
everything.
asking,
You know what I'm
what
saying?
else can I do with this?
The first question the first thing I'm going to do, baby, we need to talk.
Yes, that we need to talk, huh? Okay.
Look, I have an offer for $1 million
That's
do
gonna
X,
change
Y, and
your
Z.
whole
For
life.
one night.
for one night. With your permission, I'll do it for us. Your response would be?
See, the thing about it.
No, you gotta give her.
Your response would be?
Yeah, baby.
Look, it's hurting her to
So-
say that.
Oh, and
No, but I would say yeah, baby.
Okay, so now here's the question. If you're married, you gotta love that spouse more than you love yourself.
Right.
So does that mean you love him enough to do it for y'all? Or you love yourself enough to let him do it?
See, that's a good question. And to be honest, it'd probably be the other way. I would probably love that spouse more to allow him to do it because I love him more than I love him.
I totally respect your answer.
I do.
And $1 million.
Wow.
That's what it is.
And $1 million.
And $1 million. You know, like I said, I've been around a lot of rich people, And one thing about the wives, when they know their husband, they know they're
Yeah,
cheating.
your face up there.
They know.
I'm sitting there thinking like, well, I like they do this all the time.
But I understand what you're saying, because I've had guys to offer me money too, and I'm like, no, you got, you know what I'm saying? Because you got to look at the woman that you're dealing with too. Like me, I used to throw bricks at the chain gang. You know, I done been in prison and stuff, get my own money. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead.
I think also too, like you said, the women that you're dealing with too. I had things done to me, so I don't look at sex as and so just for money that really it's like a trigger like that.
Right.
So I probably wouldn't
like a turn on.
Like a turn on.
Right.
But the reality,
right.
The reality usually real.
Yeah.
Because every society we live in today, everything is money oriented.
Yeah.
Everything is about money. So
right.
Anytime
and see, back then I was getting my own money. That's
Me
why
too.
I was
See, I've
going to the
always
beds.
been
That's why I was in prison.
Independent person.
Getting my own money, and the guy couldn't tell me nothing. You know, and when he come to me, be like, "Dang, you know what do it take? Money."
What?
You
gotta have
my
more
pocket's
for
longer than
myself
yours
first.
at that time. You know,
Right.
so the answer back then definitely was no. And then I was the main person that was saying, "Oh no, I wouldn't do." When I watched that movie Indecent Proposal, I'm like, "Nah, I wouldn't have did that." You know, because that was a big topic back then, and I was the one of the main one. Oh no, they got me bent. No.
But you have to think
Better go out there and get that money.
Like, go on, baby, get that money for us,
Excuse
baby.
me, sir, was she okay?
I love it.
But I'm just saying, that's why I say it's where they catch you at that moment in your life.
Yeah.
You know, when you suffered and, you know, you, like me, you've been in prison, lost everything, got out, you know, you was the person on top. You was the go-to person. You know, everybody know your reputation. Like, people was coming up to me when I came home, like, you gonna put me on? You gonna put me on? You know what I'm saying? You know, back in days, you know, that's how I was living.
Correct.
So now that I'm not living like that anymore, and you know, trying to do my show, do my movie, do stuff the right way, and it's like now, dang, $1 million?
It's a lot.
I've already been married, you know what I'm saying? I already had kids, I got grandkids. What can this $1 million do? Because now you're looking at survival mode. You know, what can I do to establish something or do something or make my kids' life better or make my grandkids' life better? You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say it's where you catch the person that in their life. That's just like, if you're doing good and they say, like you're doing good and they say, hey, Ken, let's go rob that bank over there. You like, man, get on down the road, you got me bent. But if they'd have called a younger Ken that was living like that at that time,
you might have been on board.
You might have been like,
first one jumping.
But you keeping it real. You know what I'm saying? But would you do that now? No. Because you're established. You're where you want to be at in life. You're doing better. You know what I'm saying? Even though $1 million, you know, you might still try to shake some, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you know, not no banks, that's for sure.
Not no
Like
banks.
I was saying,
And some people think twice because you first want to know what that $1 million is going to entail. You may have me for one night, but what the hell you going to do with me that night? So get you thinking. That's another thing. See, people not thinking about that. Yes, $1 million for one night, but what am I going to have to do for
And that's why you set boundaries.
That's why I said
Yeah.
So,
like, let's do a contract. Okay, so the $1 million is just us doing the do.
You may have changed all kind of stuff that I might not do what you do.
We ain't doing no freaky stuff.
Correct.
We ain't using no animals.
We ain't from the city. Come on, man. So really, you got to think about that too. Yes, $1 million, but what do I have to do for this $1 million?
Right.
Well, all.
you have to look at what you see.
There you go.
You have to look at what you see.
There you go.
And like I was saying, like, you know, I've been around a lot of millionaires.
And when they got the lose.
And what the wives would say, they know their husbands are cheap, but they'd be like, you know what? He's worth $50 million. You think I'm gonna, you know, let him do his thing.
From that, most recently, Steph Curry's parents, unfortunately, after years of being married, kids, grandkids, they filed for divorce.
They filed for divorce
because he found out what she had been doing all along.
all along.
But she was doing what she was doing because of what
He was doing.
So what was they doing?
Problem?
He's an NBA player.
I know Steph.
He's his father. Del Curry played in the league for years.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Oh, that's the one just did the 3-pointer they had on there.
Right.
Okay.
That's him.
So he's on the road. Mama got wind of maybe evidence of what had happened, and who knows what
He was cheating.
preponderance of evidence presented itself by way of a kid, allegations, pictures, whatever the case may be. So Mama, being a wise woman, this joker worth X amount of dollars. I'm gonna ride this out.
She sure did.
So all the time, maybe she, while he was on the road, was doing the same thing.
Okay.
So now enough time passes, but secret lover still got something. Me and Mrs. Jones still living.
Right.
It was someone he knew.
Cut like a knife.
It was someone he held in regard for. And I don't think that was random. A woman plays get back on a whole nother level.
They absolutely do.
They do.
The man might not ever find out about it.
You better know.
Tiger Woods' wife, when all that stuff came out, she may have slept with one of his friends in their bed.
Correct.
He never found
But he never
out. But
found
guess
out.
what? She got the revenge she needed.
You better know.
So now, after all these years, all this time, he's 50 plus, almost 60 years old, getting back into the dating pool. So now she's with the man she cheated with.
So what do y'all think about Nia Long and this guy when they were saying, because they made a comment on the radio on the Ricky Smiley show, I think it was, and it was like, oh, that's Nia Long. Who cheats on Nia Long? And then somebody said that they read the Facebook thing that said Nia Long. They talking about, what about Janet Jackson and Holly Berry and my grandmother, my auntie, and my sister? I mean, nobody's exempt.
Nobody's exempt.
Exactly.
Just because you kneel long.
I was in the company of a very well-known athlete who was married to a very attractive celebrity. And their commentary was, their spouse is crazy. And I see why everyone had cheated on my spouse. Because they don't ever want to fulfill their obligations as a spouse sexually. And whenever they do, it's boring.
But you married that though.
But
Why
it
did you
probably
marry
wasn't
that?
boring in the
Because,
beginning.
well, think about it. This is,
Such and such.
I won't call their name.
Okay,
but
that's
it's,
fine.
it's,
So just to know that I'm married to.
I banged her. Like women, men want to feel desired as well. I was married, and the conversation we had, why do I always have to be the one to pursue you?
Correct. I've heard that.
Won't you make me feel like you want me instead of,
Me always want
all right, here we go again. You know, in our minds, it is, you know, I don't want to bother you, you know. And eventually, back to the show's topic, cheating, well, what you say no to, somebody else is offering to do. Not just saying yes, but
They offering it. Yeah.
But what if you are doing those things? So what if you are? Because me, being the person that I am, and my sign, I'm very intimate. I'm a very intimate person.
right.
So I'm the type, when you come home, I might have things laid out. I'm talking about I role play and all. So you tell me, why do you still go and cheat then if I'm giving you everything you can imagine?
Are you giving him what you want him to have, or are you giving him what he wants?
I'm giving him what he wants.
Did you ever ask him what he wants?
Yes.
Now, if you're doing that and he's still cheating,
That's him.
he's insecure with himself,
That's what
and he's doing things to feed his ego.
That's what it had to be.
He's
And like you said, when they feed the ego, what happens?
You starve
You
love.
I starve love.
I got a
That's
new
what it was.
thing.
Feed the ego,
Starve
starve love.
love.
Yes. So great point.
Per Sterling Stevens.
Hey,
Sterling, yeah, woo woo.
So,
Love it.
anyway, any last thoughts on? So, did anybody get anything out of this today? I did. I feel like I learned, like Sterling and Kenneth and you, Jasmine, Nicole. Y'all gave some like little eye openers to really look at this thing called cheating, and it seems like it's just a part of life. Y'all agree?
Yeah. I think it's a part of people make it part of their lives if they decide to do it. I don't think cheating is it's popular. People do it all the time, men and women. To me, growing up, surprisingly, but now not growing up, I just noticed a lot of women do cheat. I didn't know that. I
a lot
was
of
so
married
close,
women cheat.
and I did not know that.
So.
I really did not know that. I'm like, am I a Mormon? Like, what? Who am I? Like,
And I
guess because
And
I grew up in church.
I wonder
I
is
think
that
because I
because
grew
of
up in
how
church.
women grew up?
Yeah,
Like,
I grew up in church, so I was told to carry myself a certain way when I get married, have things I'm supposed to do for my husband, blah blah. So
because you got a lot of older married women that are cheating, just like the young ones.
You do.
And you like, wait a minute, what you want?
Yeah, I wasn't promiscuous. So
And you would never know.
I think it goes back to what Sterling was saying before, is that people get bored in relationships. And then at first they're exciting, they're thrilling, everything is good. But over a period of time, it starts wearing.
They outgrow each other.
That's fine.
Is it that they outgrow each other?
Yeah.
Is it that they outgrow each other, or they're being greedy? They want a cake and ice cream too, or they see an opportunity where they can do it and get away with it, and nobody find out.
It's normally bad.
Yeah.
If you see that it's getting boring, you have to take the necessary steps to do better, to change it. That's what I'm thinking.
That sounds so easy. And
It sounds
textbook, just the reality of it. Textbook, you can sit there and read it. That's right. Wait a minute. That's not realistic. We've been married 20 years. We have lived in 5 different houses. We visited every state in the union. And we're doing the same thing in the bedroom after 25 years. So, I mean...
And it's only, and if you spice it up so much.
But the needs...
You role play, you done did 30 characters.
There you go.
You done did 30 characters. You done did 30 characters.
I can put on the wig.
Yeah. But let me ask Sterling this. You done did 30 characters. Y'all done been married 20-some years. I mean, me and my ex-husband, we made it to 10. So, and like, oh. But, but I'm saying, had he not been the way he was, would I have stayed longer? Maybe. But like Sterling said, you saying 20 years, 5 houses, 30 characters.
You get away from the physical, from a man's perspective. You get away from the physical. And it is, this my road dog. This my rib. And I got this intimacy. So when we do what we do, it's different than just the physical. Now, I'm still going to look.
Okay.
I'm still going to look.
So have y'all been like put in the friend zone now?
No.
No, he's saying that we done been through
so much.
Yeah.
But have I put her in the friend zone? Yeah, that's my best friend.
That's my road dog.
And she knows me. She know I like a nice booty.
Right.
Baby, you see her booty? Yeah, that's nice. In my mind, she said it, but later, if we're on that level, it might be, remember that girl we saw earlier? Tonight, you're going to be her.
There you go.
Now, is it fair to put a woman in that position? Yes, maybe no. But as a woman...
So is that a form of cheating?
I don't want you.
Is that a form of cheating?
Is
that a form of cheating?
It's all subjective. And that's what...
Because they say it started in the mind. Bring it, Sterling.
That's what I was going to say. You cut me off right at that moment. It's subjective on an individual basis. So whereas she might say, oh, baby, that's what it is. Clearly, Jasmine ain't having it.
At all.
Somebody else when you with me.
Yeah.
Clearly, Jasmine ain't having it.
At all.
Yeah,
But
that is something to
again,
think about.
it goes to that level of communication and friendship where, baby, I
We
know.
down, but we ain't that down because now I'm thinking,
That's
because
Jasmine.
you wouldn't want me to do you like that. Okay, so you want me thinking this dude while you like.
But on a case-by-case basis, it depends on the individual.
You're right. It does.
It depends on the individual.
Question though, like they say.
Is that a form of cheating? Ladies?
Question.
Ladies? Do y'all consider that a form of cheating? Because he's telling you, he visualizing this other chick that y'all seen early.
Well, to me, isn't mentally, that's cheating. He mentally, because he thinking about the things that he want to do to said woman, and who's to say?
But Sterling looking like that's not cheating, lady, because I'm doing it
it's
with
not
you.
Cheating. He's not
but I'm just telling you.
but,
So
but that's a mental thing.
But you're right. It depends on the person, like he said.
Yeah, but
depends on
Some women consider
Listen.
communicating
That's a
with
mental
another
thing.
woman is cheating. So it all depends on the individual.
So, Jasmine.
So do you consider communication cheating?
No.
Me neither, but you got.
But it depends on how you
It depends on the
communicate.
content.
Correct.
Content
Right, okay.
And your intention.
Correct.
With you, as they say. Some people say, well, you too old to be kicking it,
Yeah.
But if that's what you want to do and that's what you decide to do and
Then
you're
let me
being
have
real, let the other person know, hey, I'm into something, but I want to be in a tangleship with you or whatever.
Right.
Let the person know.
Right.
Don't let them
Make my
feel
own
like
decision.
they're the only
Right.
ones and you got about 5, 6 other ones
Right.
over there. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Just
right.
be honest. Because everybody
They don't know how.
act differently when their feelings are hurt.
They do.
It's
But
a
they don't know how to
dangerous
be
game.
honest.
That is dangerous.
And it's dangerous. And it can
That's
end up being
dangerous.
deadly.
See, I like to go too much.
In more ways than
Yeah.
one.
I like to
Absolutely.
go too much. I like to be out too. Not sometimes. I like to be out. I like to
Fine,
eat.
yeah.
I be in restaurants. I don't want to be looking on my hands.
Well, let me
I done
ask-
cheated on 10 different people.
Let me ask this just before we go. Do you consider, any of you guys consider flirting cheating?
I've been told I have a flirty personality.
I have to. All day. That's me.
It's not with intention.
Me neither. I'm just a friendly person, and I talk to everybody. But I have been told, "Oh, you flirt too much." But
I've been told that.
like, really?
But when does it consider? Because having a friendly attitude and a bubbly attitude is different when you're flirting.
There's no purpose
Like
behind
when
it.
you're. Go ahead.
So if I say, if I don't know you, I say, "Hey, how are you today?" Is
That's
that
good.
flirty?
No.
No.
If I look at you and say, "Hey, how are you today?" Is that flirty?
No.
If I look at you and say, "How you doing today?" Is that flirty?
It depends on
You know,
It all depends on the way.
I don't think
how
any of
somebody
those
was
is flirt, even though
Yeah,
you
because by you
even though
sticking
you
your
look like
tongue
you have
out,
a
you know,
little
that's
intention.
flirting.
Yeah.
That's
Because he
flirty.
has intention.
licking your
You're
lips.
licking your lips.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
It's
But
But
just
to
that
me-
subtlety.
right.
But to me, if I just speak, "Hey, how are you today?"
Right,
Somebody
that's
might
not
consider,
flirting.
right?
But the one when you went to licking your lips,
That's
it was
intentional.
intentional.
Right.
But
Yeah.
that's not so bad.
Right.
And she can shut it down too.
But when you
That's
respond
right.
to somebody, like he said, and he say, "Hey, how are you doing today?" "I'm doing great. And what about yourself?" You know, you may even make a compliment.
Yeah.
"Hey, you look nice
That's
today,"
called
or something like
Right.
that. But is that considered flirting or cheating?
That's
It-
small
No,
conversation.
that's not considered.
Small
To me, it's not
conversation, right?
considered cheating. It's just you.
Not kissing. That's. That's
Now you
that's
you doing something a little bit more extra. You know,
Then
like
that
if
could be
you
considered
you know
cheating.
like if you
The giggle.
They get.
You're
When
adding.
when women giggle before you speak, to me, that's like
That's flirting.
receiving the flirt.
Oh, already.
right, they receiving.
Well,
it.
yeah, be man, you know.
Yeah.
That's
But it's
just
still
the way.
not a form of cheating.
Cheating,
To me,
no.
to me it's
I
not.
don't
me,
think
it's
that's
not.
cheating.
Okay.
To me, it's not.
No.
You think it's cheating?
I said I don't think it's
Yeah.
Okay, because I don't think
Yeah.
it's cheating.
Not yet.
Not yet. Right, not yet. Not
Now, if you start touching my hand or say, "Oh, you have nice hands."
Yeah,
or
you
something,
touching,
okay, now
feely,
you
yeah.
If you exchange numbers, is that cheating?
Yeah,
Where do you exchange
what,
your numbers
what you
for?
calling for? What-
If you're sitting here having a
What's the
conversation,
business?
say you guys get into
But what are you exchanging numbers for?
What if he knows?
Because you enjoying his conversation to the point
What if it's
where
Wait.
under the guise of professional?
Correct.
Well, that's not cheating.
You talking, having a conversation, then you realize, hey, maybe we can network. We change numbers. Is that cheating?
no, if you're doing it with the intention to network,
Correct.
but
It's
but
always
not
the
the
intention.
back end, but not the back
Back
thought
thoughts.
intention of
Let me get.
yeah,
I can get his number to
up
get
under
with
him,
that.
I can get
That's
yeah.
cheating.
Yeah,
Okay, makes sense.
to me, it's the intention behind
It's
it.
the intention behind it.
It's also subjective.
Yeah.
So subjective.
It's true. There's a lot of women out there who wants to go and marry men because they feel like there's no, you know,
No harm, no foul.
Yeah, no, they prefer
But
married men.
see, you
They
got some
do.
married men these days that's acting like they single.
They are.
Yeah.
They
that,
are.
that might have been some old school stuff.
Taking the rings
But
off.
you got these married men.
You're not on
Yeah.
that.
Because my ex when you take his ring off, I just get in the car, his ring right there. He don't, but these days, you know, these married men acting like they single.
Definitely.
They acting crazy, they popping up on you and all that. I've been
Like
I've
they ain't
seen
got
people
no
going
woman
through
at
some
home.
stuff with.
Hmm.
And I'm like, ain't he married?
Right.
Yeah,
and
he's
married,
married.
some
and
of
married
us out
women
there
doing the
too.
same
I'm
thing.
like,
They go on some
okay.
thing.
But people are getting into their feelings.
That's the thing now. Married,
Yeah.
married people just.
Yeah, all over the place. So it's like,
Spontaneously
why even get married? But anyway, y'all, we're gonna wrap it up today. I appreciate y'all joining me today. Thank you, Mr. Cole, Mr. Stern, Mr. Jackson, Mr. Kenneth Rivers. I thank y'all for coming on the show, giving everybody y'all perspective and opinions, and I hope that we gave everyone out there a different way to look at cheating and what it's really about, and not, I hope we cleared up some misconceptions and stuff. Ms. Nicole, tell people how to get in touch with you. Give them your Facebook information or whatever, your email, or if you want to give them any of your business information, whatever, tell them how they can get in touch with you.
Nicole Jackson again, right here in Orlando, Florida. I can be reached on Facebook at MZCOLE. That's Ms. Cole. I can also be found on Instagram at The Real Nikki J. That's with 1K, Nikij, The Real Nikki J. We can talk after that if you would like to get any additional information from me. But it was great. Thank you for having me.
Mr. Sterling?
Feel free to reach out to me on Facebook, Sterling Stevenson. Also, Dermajoy CBD is an excellent, outstanding, wonderful, organic CBD-based skincare company. Myself and Dr. Paul Rivers have put a lot of research time, energy, and effort into it, it definitely makes your skin smile. For men as well as women, for pain relief as well as personal enjoyment and relaxation, DermaJoyCBD.com. Mention Soul 10. That's actually the radio station that I host as the Top 10 Slow Jams Countdown each and every Sunday. New content is released at 5 p.m. Eastern. Check us out, soul95.com. Send in your request for your top 10, and I'll make you a celebrity for the week. Thank you.
Hey, after that.
I don't even want to go. Okay,
Jasmine Baker.
Jasmine Baker. You can find me on Facebook at
And hold on. ZZ. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's Jasmine Baker. You can find me on Facebook, Jasmine Baker, JAZZMON Baker. Instagram, actress Jasmine Baker. TikTok, actress Jasmine Baker. Email, JAZZMONBAKER@gmail.com.
Okay.
Yes.
Mr. Kenneth Rivers.
My name is Ken Rivers from Get Together Artist. Instagram, sorry, 395. Now you can reach me on my email, kenrivers855@gmail.
Okay, and of course, y'all know me, your girl Roslynb. If you have not read my book is available at Amazon, Barnes & Nobles, and if you Google it, they have other platforms, other websites that you can purchase my book. Also, if you have not seen my movie, Looking in the Mirror, it is available on Tubi, Amazon Prime, Hoopla, Voodoo, Sling TV, NBC, Peacock, and Plex TV. I don't think I left any out. So it is a must-see movie. It has a great message in it. Also, my movie was featured at the Orlando Urban Film Festival. So please, if you have not seen it, take the time out to watch it. I thank y'all today. I thank y'all for joining me today. It's your girl Roslynb. You know me. And remember, and always encourage someone, empower someone, be a blessing to someone, and be someone that can uplift others. Thank you.
Great. Get out.
I'm sorry I've been bad. I promise I'll be good from now on.
My mom had gotten in the habit of dropping me off with totally different strangers. One day while my mom was doing one of her vanishing acts, my Aunt Cece dropped me off to my grandmother on my dad's side named Beatrice. Boy, I sure didn't know what I was getting myself into.
Better not tell nobody what happened.
Then I was sentenced to prison and pregnant.
I'm Dr. Lewis, and this is Nurse Thomas. Relax. Okay.
So I ended up going back to jail. I still couldn't get it right. And I met a girl named Tammy, and we became fast friends. And she introduced me to her brother E.
I'm gonna end up putting the ring right there on that finger. I ain't playing.
You drive a hard bargain, baby.
You crazy. Go.
And let's go.
I'm not coming home. Go. Whoa, come on.
I don't deserve this.
So what, you gonna shoot me?
If we ask you to do something, you do it.
Right.
Why did you take that money from my purse?
Really gonna come over here with this? Oh, you came here to play, huh? I'm ready to take things to the next level.
Hey, this your girl, Roslynb. You know me.
Good night.